Hey, what's up? Welcome to another episode of the PepperPack Podcast. I'm joined tonight with my other fellow co-host, the
And it's
Dr.
Dario.
Pepper Cookie Monster.
Yeah, this is Dario, and I'm here for some Dr. Pepper and some cookies, and well, I got both of them tonight.
All
So
right,
I'm looking forward to what we have on tonight's show.
you missed it. A couple nights ago, I had baked a bunch of those like Pillsbury pre-cut things. You know, they buy trays like 12 or 15. The grocery store had them on sale for a quarter a piece, like a quarter a tray,
Nice.
and so I bought like 8 of them. And I was like, "Where's Dario when you need him?"
Well, I was out taking care of things.
No, I know. Busy lives, man, as teachers.
Oh
I'll tell
yes.
you a little bit about what my day's been like. It's been crazy, but let's get this started off right.
Oh yes.
I've wanted to do something for a while, and we haven't done it. And when I say I wanted to do this for a while, I literally thought of this today while I was watching TV with my daughters.
Of
Um,
course.
like on Dora the Explorer and like Blue's Clues, how they always talk to the audience and they have them help them count or do things. I've always felt
Yeah.
like we should say
I-
the one, we should let our audience say the two, and then we can say the 23.
You know that I don't know, Zach. I think you've been watching too much of that stuff with the kids.
Probably. We'll plant the seed. We'll maybe do it another night. But you can help me count this
Yeah.
one, Dario. All right?
Let's count this down. Let's get this going.
All right, ready?
Here we
One,
go. Two.
23.
That's right.
I still think we can do it. We can do it. Oh man! So let me tell you, my daughter woke up. My oldest daughter, Thursday night, Friday morning, about 12:30. Walked into our bedroom, opened the door, scared the bejesus out of my wife. I heard her. I was like, "What's wrong?" She's like, "I think I'm going to throw up." And I'm like, "Okay, go to the bathroom." Which I kid you not, is literally 3 steps to her left.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I can't," and just blew up right there on the ground. And I'm
Ooh.
like, awesome, praise the Lord.
Joys of parenthood.
Oh, I tell you what. And she's like, "I'm gonna throw up." I was like, "Literally, please, the toilet's right there. Go." Nope, again. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
rapture, Jesus, just take me now. So we get that all cleaned up. Get her
Oh yeah.
things. We're figuring out who's staying home the next day, who's going to work, and we're like, we're all gonna get it this weekend. And I was like, well, at least I have Monday off for Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Yeah.
So shout out to that.
Yeah. Thank
Um,
goodness for today, the day off.
Dr. Luther King Jr.
Yes. Thank you for
I
all
don't
you
want
did.
that to come off offensive at all. I by no means am wanting to disrespect that. I'm very appreciative that that fell on today and helped out with my schedule. But
Yeah.
yeah, so the plan was that I was going to go to work Friday. My wife was going to stay home, and then as I was walking out the door Friday morning, my wife was like, "I think I'm going to be sick too, and I can't take both girls and be sick myself. I need you to stay home." And I was like, "Well, I kind of got to get to school and get my sub stuff ready for me to stay home." So I go to school, get a sub, get everything ready. I'm driving home. She's like, "I actually feel better. I can stay home. I'll be fine." I'm like, "Well, I already got a sub," and she's like, "Well, can you cancel it?" I'm like, "Do you have any idea what it's like to cancel a sub after you just got an emergency one and they just called you?"
Yeah. That's
It doesn't work so well.
no. Well, especially considering in the sense that's their livelihood too. Where
Yeah,
you know it's like they're taking the time to come out and do the job because hey, I started off as a sub too.
hmm
Man, I hate it when the teachers canceled on me.
hmm
Because it's like, all right, I got a job, I get to work today, and then nope, not anymore.
yeah.
So I'm
And so,
guessing you went home on Friday.
so I text my boss and I was like, "Hey, I know we're short on subs today. My wife's feeling better. I can come back and work this afternoon if you need to use the sub elsewhere, because I know that this sub also helps us in other roles because it
Mm-hmm.
works part time at the school anyway." And so they just grabbed him from his normal role and threw him in as a sub for me. And my boss was like, "Yes, please." And I was like, "All right, I'm eating lunch. I'll be back soon." So I went back on Friday. Um, Saturday. Oh no, my daughter's waking up. Stay asleep, baby. Um, Saturday, I woke up and I felt super nauseous.
Mm.
Never got sick. I think like we didn't have stomach bugs going around, but never got nauseous or anything. And I just couldn't move out of the bed all day. Yesterday, today, I've been fine, but it hit my wife. So I'm actually gonna have to go take care of my daughter. But I'm gonna put up the pondering pepper question.
Oh yeah,
If
let's get this
this
question
is
going. So
so
this is my
today's
first one, so
question,
I'm
yeah.
excited.
So
All
it's
right.
gonna cross water. It says, if you had a friend who spoke to you in the same way that sometimes you speak to yourself, how long would you allow this person to be your friend? So if you're
Wow.
watching, go ahead and give us a comment, shout out, let us know
Oh
your
yeah.
answer. Daria's going to chat about this, and I will be back as soon as I can help my little girl go back to sleep.
Oh yeah. Go for it. Take care of that. You know what? Listen. Here's just. I mean, it just is all you look at it. I mean, how you talk to yourself. If you treat yourself, if you treat yourself good, then yeah, I think you could have the same friend. But if you're somebody that puts yourself down all the time, I can see why you wouldn't want to be friends with that person after a while. Look, I mean, here's the thing. Okay, we're all hard on ourselves every now and then, so I'm gonna keep it simple. If you're somebody that treats yourself that way, you're not gonna let that person be around you all the time. But I think that'll be a good way for you to realize of how well you treat your own self. I think that's what. I mean, maybe. Well, I'm thinking this question is coming to say, how do you treat yourself? Do you treat yourself good? Well, what do you do when you make mistakes? Do you call yourself out? Do you call yourself names? Because if you do that kind of stuff, then of course you're not going to want to be friends with that person after a while. But if you actually treat yourself honestly, when you do make those mistakes, like, man, that was a mistake. I can't believe I did that. But you know what? I'm going to try better next time. If you had a friend that treated you that way, you don't want friends with them. I don't know. That's how I feel about it. So, as Zach's going down this way and he's taking care of that, for me, it's all about getting the drink of Dr. Pepper. Here's the thing. If you treat yourself good, that's what matters. That's the big thing you want to do. And so, I think that's just the first thing we want to do. So, Elise, hello, Elise. This is Dario. We're doing the pondering pepper question. Zach has the sick baby. So I think right now, the big question is, if you had a friend that spoke to you the same way that you talk to yourself, would you allow that person to be your friend? And so, I think that's just the big question. How do you treat yourself? You treat yourself good. If you don't, then I'm pretty sure you're not going to want to be with that person. But if you treat yourself good, you treat yourself right, yeah. But if you don't, if you're somebody that's always negative to yourself, that says things to you, then you're not going to want that person as your friend. That's all I'm going to say about that. And so, I mean, depending on what's going on with Zach, you know, and so I know Zach is back, and so I'm going to just be very straightforward. So I was just saying this, Zach, and Lisa was on here, was came on, but I just want to say this, simply this: if you treat yourself good,
Mm-hmm.
yes, we hope that Zach's baby gets well soon. I think
Yes.
that we always want the kids to be well. Kids are well. That's a lot better.
Yeah, thankfully, it was mainly just the passy fell out, and she couldn't find it and put it back. So once I got her
Did that.
passy back in her mouth, I just rubbed her back for a little bit, and she was zonked out. So I was like, all right, thank you, Jesus. He's just.
All
So yeah.
right, all right. Like I talked for about a good 4 minutes straight.
Mhm.
Zach, how would you? I mean, would
What would
you?
I say here?
Would you let them talk? Would you let them?
All right. Well, to be honest, if I had a friend who spoke to you in the same way that you sometimes speak to yourself, how long would you allow that person to speak to you? So I believe this question is implying that I talk negative to myself. It's got that connotation that if you're talking negative to yourself all the time and you have a friend that talks to you that way, how long would you let that person be your friend? But I tell my students all the time, day one, I'm, no Nancy's are allowed in my classroom. Nancy's or Nellies. They're not allowed. I don't deal with negativity. Um,
Yeah.
I don't deal with bad attitudes. My wife gets mad at me sometimes because when she starts complaining about something, I'm like, all right, Nancy, chill out. Um, and I get it. I can complain and do things too.
No.
But I focus on, being positive, look on the bright side,
know?
keeping your head up kind of deal. I know life's too short to get down too
Yeah,
much.
yeah. For me, I was along those same lines. It's like if you treat yourself bad,
Hmm.
if after every little mistake, you just take tear your own self down. You're not gonna want that person to be around you.
Yeah.
You don't want that. And it's just taking life where like you mess up instead of just say, calling yourself a dummy or this or that. Say, you know what? Yeah, I messed up, but I'm gonna try better next time around. I'm
Hmm.
gonna get it
So
right the
you,
next
you
time.
use the
That
T word. Okay, I don't use that T word.
uh, you know,
I'm gonna do
well,
better. I'm gonna do better.
do better next time. You're gonna make it right. And it's okay. You know, and that's what matters. If we treat ourselves that way.
Hmm.
But that's how I looked at it. You
Yeah,
know,
but
because if you don't want to if you won't let your friend talk to you that way,
mhm,
why you let yourself talk to yourself that way?
mhm. No, and I agree. And I think you and I both have a very similar answer and viewpoint on this. So what I want to do now is let's purposely flip it to the negative connotation and answer that question from that point of view. Like I think I'm assuming they wanted the question to be asked. Like, assuming you talk negative to yourself, if you had a friend who spoke to you that way all the time, would you allow them to talk to you that way? I would say I would. Not that I wouldn't allow them to, because my friends have the right to their opinion, and they're my friends, so I value their opinion. And so I would also want to take that and use it as a way to reflect on what they're saying. And am I giving off that vibe? Am I having that kind of that energy put out that makes someone think that of me?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about, like, in the Bible, it talks about us. We're supposed to be salt of the earth. We don't want to be so much that we are spit out, but enough that it's seasoning.
Well, I mean, it says be salt, not salty. There's a
Yeah,
difference.
this is true.
Yeah.
That's why we
You
drink
know,
Dr. Pepper.
that's right.
We might be a little salty at right now, but on top of that,
But that I think that's really where it comes down to.
yeah,
And if you wouldn't let anybody negative in your life, then why you letting your own negativity
mhm,
take in your life? I
you
don't know.
said it.
And so I think this is a very interesting pondering pepper. I think a lot of it, just like you said, I think it really goes down to the basis of who you are. But anyway, those are my thoughts.
No,
And it's okay if you don't agree. If somebody doesn't agree, that's okay. I'll just have my Dr. Pepper and enjoy my cookies, which is today wafers. Wafers.
here I just broke open some Dr. or not Dr. Pepper, some Reese's peanut butter cups, heart shaped ones.
Nice.
I'm not gonna lie, these are probably from a student from Valentine's from last year, because I was looking at the name on it, and I'm like, you know what,
Ooh.
this is just timing because we know they're all out in the stores right now anyway. But
Well,
grab your Dr. Pepper. If you're not watching, college football championship is on right now, and Dr. Pepper is the official sponsor of Fansville. Because I mean, if you've been missing any of the Fansville commercials, they've been great. I'm hoping that there's another one tonight. Like I said earlier, I've been taking care of my girls all day, so this is literally the first chance I've had to sit down and do anything. So
yeah.
I haven't seen any of the commercials this first half. So I'm hoping that something pops up here in the second half for Dr. Pepper, and they put a spin on something. They did post early on social media that they have something to stay tuned for. Oh, what did that say? Did you see what I shared in the Discord?
No, I haven't seen that.
So they posted, we're calling a good audible during the first half of the nice game tonight. Mute and you'll miss it.
Okay.
And so on as the Pepper Pack, I retweeted and said, "Wait, are we not killing the hashtag Pepper Pack tomorrow?" Question mark! Exclamation mark! Question mark! Exclamation mark! And I don't know if they said anything yet because I don't have notifications on. But
Oh, yeah.
so I want to see what happens there.
Well, we'll see what happens tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Well,
But
Dario,
anyway.
the nice thing about these little videos in the Daily Pondering Pepper is we
Oh,
get to keep them short.
yep.
We get to have some fun and just chat, catch up with everybody. So if you haven't had a chance, please check out our links down below. They take you to that's the Pondering Pepper. No, there it is. It's got the link tree there. You can
There you
follow
go.
all our social media, our Red Bubble, and all that stuff. And while you're at our Red Bubble, That's the link tree. Where's my Redbubble? There's too many buttons. I gotta click as the driver.
Oh,
The Redbubble, we'll be able to get our Dr Pepper merch, or sorry, our Pepper Pack podcast merch. That's our
yes.
only location you can get it from. We have had in the past people that want to rip off our brand and sell our stuff, which is very flattering. But since we don't make any money for doing this podcast, it's nice to get a little bit back from the
Yeah.
so that way we can pay for the streaming services. Because we just love hanging out with y'all, talking with y'all. We can't wait to see this community grow and just continue to stay together. So my two stays and my two B's are stay safe, stay caffeinated, be blessed, and be a pepper. And until next time, we will